Hey, Miss Debbie, how are you?
Hey.
She beat everybody tonight.
Uh-huh. That's for sure.
So I hope everybody is having a good week so far. Of course, it's Wacky Wednesday, so that means the week could have been bad, good, wacky, all types. My week is slightly insane. Still heading into inventory, so things won't slow down or chill out any until after the weekend of the 21st. After that, I'll be like, this is done. 365 years. Yeah, I wish 365 years to go before I have to do another. No, 365 days after then. But we'll get it done. It won't be that bad. Ha ha. Yeah, right. Well, we were talking today, and the way it's going is on Thursday, the 20th, we start pre-counting at 3 o'clock until we're finished pre-counting. Go back in Friday morning at 7, and it cracks me up because half those people do not come to work before 8 o'clock, and they are walking zombies at 8 o'clock in the morning. Me, unfortunately, I have to be there at every morning at 7 o'clock, so it's nothing new to me, but it'll be 7 until on Friday, and then back in Saturday, I think, is at 8. And then possibly Sunday. So, yay. Life's going to suck for that weekend, but the overtime will be nice. Just can't take off any time after that during the next week to recuperate because then you lose the overtime. It's the thing that sucks about getting paid every 2 weeks. It's like, come on, now I've already put my 40 hours in for the week. I made overtime in that week. What do you mean I don't get that? Because I didn't make 80 hours.
And most of the people you work with will take off.
I know, it's they're not thinking because the way inventory works this pay period, unfortunately, is inventory is at the start of the pay period.
Well, also,
so you still have to go another week.
Not to mention that they allowed them to take off last time.
Oh yeah, and it was no big deal, and they still got their overtime, and that's what happens when you go from private owned to corporation. Corporation actually goes by the labor laws of the state. Double A, welcome, dear. Simon, what's up, babe?
Double A, Simon, what's up?
Yeah, I'm babbling on about my schedule for the next, well, I said today was the last day that's officially, normal of a Wacky Wednesday because next Wednesday I'll really be going because by then I'll have worked let me see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then I will be rolling on 10 days work straight. And by then, yeah, I'll be definitely wacky for next Wacky Wednesday. It'd be an interesting time. Of course, you never know what's going to happen in Crystal's Crazy Corner in the first place. Got all kinds of things going on. Photography in the works. Speaking of which, Simon, my dear, I don't know what you captured, but holy cow. I'd have been sitting there like, what the hell is this? And can I see it again? I have to see it again because I know my eyes were playing tricks on me. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you stop over to Bird in the Hands channel and see what he happened to have captured. That's the thing about photography. You never know when you're going to need that camera, when the perfect shot is going to happen. Make sure you're always prepared. It's like I told Chris, the good thing is I may not always have my good camera with me, which I need to take with me more often. But I don't work in the best area So I don't like having things in my car. And with my car being a station wagon, you can see all the way through it, unfortunately. And
The back windows are dark.
well, they're dark, but it's still not like having a trunk where you can actually secure something and nobody see what's in it. So I don't like taking my camera bag with me to work. I just don't like pushing that. Don't push that envelope, you know what I mean? Kenny, what's up, babe?
Kenny.
Adam, crossfire!
Whoa.
See, doesn't even bother me now.
Opportunity to film other stuff.
Well, that's the thing. I always have my phone with me, which has a decent camera on it, but not like our good cameras. So it's like, I got to figure something out. I'm gonna either have to find a new stash spot in my car that people can't figure out.
We can put it in the spare tire. I have to put like some kind of padding in there or something just to be safe.
Exactly. It would definitely have to be safe. Can't just have it bouncing and bumping all over the place. Oh, a simple pocket point and shoot with a good zoom is always handy.
Got one. Gary.
I know. Noob. But yeah, it was like the other day. I was headed back to work. I came home for lunch and I was headed back to work, and out of the blue, I see this bird in a field, and I'm like, holy shit, seriously? And there was nobody else on the road. It was really odd because it's a busy two lane road that always has traffic. So I happened to pull off into the farmer's driveway, and I happen to know the farmer, so if he'd been around, it would have been no issue at all. But there was a bald eagle that happened to be feasting on a deer carcass. And it was actually the closest that I have been able to get to an actual wild bald eagle. And I was like, man, I'm only like 7 minutes away from home. I can run back and grab the camera, but the minute I move, I know he's going to fly off. But I did have my cell phone with me, so that was a good thing. But it was just one of those moments that I wish to God I had a better camera with me. Birdman, what's up, my dear? JP Slayer Racing, hello, hello. Hope everybody is having a good week. I tell you how cold it is here today, but you probably wouldn't believe me. So brutal. Oh, come on. Come on, Kenny. Tell me how cold it is. You have to fill me in. Do you have snow? A lot of places are getting snow, and it was kind of funny because on the Eastern Shore we have really wacky ass weather because we're surrounded by water. And the Western Shore of Maryland it has more of the mountains and things like that. They're not so much surrounded by the water and affected by the water as we are, because we not only have the ocean on one side, we have a major bay on the other. So one way or another, water is affecting our weather. So it can either help us or screw us majorly. I've literally seen hurricanes come in and be blown out by the ocean, or I have seen hurricanes come in and go up the bay and then come straight across us. It can either help you or it can screw you, unfortunately. But I went outside today and I'm like, this shit ain't good. Now, mind you, my inventory starts next Thursday. Our material is inside as well as outside, and in two different buildings with a huge parking lot separating the two buildings. And I look up and the sky is gray and the air is crisp and clean. And I'm like, no way. No way, shape, or form. So I come home from work, and Chris looks at me and says, we're going to get snow. And I'm like, shut up. It was the same thought that I had today because the birds were not singing and chirping. They were extremely quiet. Chris was out flying, and the blackbirds were out there feasting in the fields. And it was like, there's different signs living in the country that you kind of pick up on. And it was like, oh boy, the signs are all pointing in that direction. And last weekend, if you guys did not know, it was snowing down south of us. Georgia was getting hit with some snow. South Carolina got hit with some snow. And a lot of times when there's snow down south, that's when we get in trouble. So I'm hoping not. And it stopped snowing down there, but that doesn't mean anything. So who knows? We shall see. Your Leader 120 quads are on their way. Awesome, Birdman. Negative 46 degrees Celsius, which is negative 50.8 Fahrenheit with the wind chill. Kenny, honey, there is not enough layers in the world, nor enough money to make me go outside, nor deliver packages in that shit. How do you do that, babe? Are you like the abominable snowman when you're trying to deliver your packages? I mean, you said no snow, but still, it can't snow when it's that cold. That's just like brutal, bitter. Mother Nature's just being evil. Well, he said it, I didn't. Thomas, honey, get well soon. Get some homemade chicken noodle soup. I'm sorry that you're not feeling good. He's down sick, hasn't moved much in days. I appreciate you stopping by and smashing that like button. Get you some orange juice, some bananas, some homemade chicken noodle soup. Pile on the covers. Birdman, be careful with them money order things. My dog runs out and back in under a minute. Limps back in with frozen feet, right? Poor little guy. You're gonna have to get him some like boots or something. You know, knit him some socks or something to put on his feet. Mad Kiwi, Craig, what's up, my dear? See, Adam knows. Cardoso, put those dog boots on your dog. It might be hilarious. There you go. There's a new video for you. The dog in the dog boots in the bitter cold. Acro is hilarious because he loves going out on the deck now. And it doesn't matter to him if it's raining or not. When he wants to go out, he wants to go out. He'll only be out there for just a few minutes, but he wants to go outside and investigate. And the deck is all blocked in, so it's not like he can get off the deck or anything. So even in the rain, he will go out and make his little dash and go underneath the table on the patio. But he is hilarious when he comes back in and those paws are wet. And it's just like, I mean, he is slinging. You'll literally hear flick, flick, flick. And I'm like, what? And it's Acro literally flicking the water off of his paws. It's adorable. Bull Gear RC, welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me. Good. I'm glad that you did not go in today, my dear. Well, you know, Mother Nature, it was -5 yesterday. Don't know how I got so cold today. She just woke up and decided, yeah, they took that one a little too easy. Watch this shit. Well, Bulgir, I'm not so sure there's any global warming in that Because it damn sure doesn't sound like Canada's getting very warm. It sounds like it got a whole lot colder. I mean, come on, think about it, all right? Global warming, but yet at times winters get more brutal, so that's cold. But where's the warm? I mean, I understand that they say the glaciers and all of this is melting, but I don't know. Actually, I was reading an article that said there was a nice chunk that came off of a glacier down in the South Pole. I know I will screw those up. What is that? Antarctica and it's been a long time since I've been out of school, guys. I told you I sucked at geography. Come on, help me out. North Pole and South Pole is Antarctica and what? Y'all, some of y'all got to know this. I can't be the only one that's out here going, it's the North Pole and it's the South Pole. Or is it simple as it's the Arctic and Antarctica? See, I just had to think for a moment. I mean, come on. It is still sort of a kind of a blonde. It's not my fault. My hair actually changes on its own and gets highlighted by the summer sun. And I know, Mad Kiwi, you haven't had a summer yet, but it is coming, my dear. It is, I promise. Mother Nature will warm up just a little bit, at least. I was wishing for summer today, even though my car said it was 46. And I know what you're saying, Kenny. Stuff that 46. It was cold as shit outside. It may have been 46, but it did not feel like it at all. Matter of fact, let's see what the temperature thingy-mahoogie is saying now. Because I know that that weather has dropped.
43 right now.
43 my foot. What does it say it feels like? I don't have it on my iPad. That sucks. Wait a minute.
Feels like 39.
39. See? It's cold as shit outside.
39.
It's cold as shit outside. It's not as cold as what it is for Kenny, but it's cold as shit outside. As you can tell, this chickie does not like the cold at all. It's like, no. Please give me back 70 plus, and I will be very happy. February is fall. No. February is winter. 2 to 4 inches tonight. Not coming soon enough. Mike, are you wishing for snow now? Night Train, welcome, babe. Or are you talking about rain? Because we've had enough rain. It rained most of this week. Bulgier, hold on. Your weatherman can't get tomorrow's local weather correct. Well, my weatherman here cannot get today's weather correct. And the sad thing is, the news guys will call him out on it the next morning. They're like, yeah, didn't you say it was supposed to be nice yesterday afternoon? It was quite brisk. And I'm like, I don't even believe you guys are doing this to your fellow co-worker who you are supposed to be supporting. I mean, it may be true, but still, there's got to be a little bit of a team there, sort of. Maybe. Ed, what's up, babe? Summer has been and gone. Well, you're going to have to come over here, Craig. We'll have summer in a few months. So, you come over here, you have summer with us, and then you go back home and you have summer there. That's how you get around that. Chris Riley, welcome, babe.
Chris.
Your yard is now a lake. thinking about fishing off your porch. That's when you need one of those. And you just take the boat out, send it off the porch, and you have a blast. I mean, if you remember some of the old videos that this one over here put up, he used to play with a boat out in the yard when we got some heavy rains.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, Ed. You got to play in the jungle a little bit more. Not just with a few trees, a whole lot of jungle. Well, Birdman, you didn't miss the show on Friday because there wasn't a show on Friday. This chick was wiped out and wore out from last week and everything. And Chris said, you know what? You need a break. Like I said, we're trying to cram everything we can in to get inventory ready to make it smoother. So hang tight with us. I'm not sure there will be a drone network next week. There probably will be one this Friday, but next Friday, Chris is going to be here mainly by himself. So until whatever time I get done with inventory. So I don't know if I would be home by 7 or 8. I'm hoping. I'm praying. But there's been times that I wandered in here on an inventory night at what? 10, 11? So it would not surprise me at all. Got to go to work on an RC. Well, have fun, Bull Gear.
Yep,
Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Ed. Inventory blows balls. It does. It does. It does.
I'm supposed to put the draw.
Bob, what's up, babe?
Bob, what's up?
Oh, yeah, Chris can handle it. Chris has done inventory with me a couple times in the past, and he said a few choice inventive words, we should call it.
I might do this.
Oh, yeah. Birdman said news time with Chris. Woohoo!
That won't happen.
Yeah, you're out of luck on that one, Birdman. He said he ain't doing the news. Ooh! Adam, that sucks. He said, I won't get home till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Got told today I gotta work late because they fired the guy that's supposed to work late tomorrow. That sucks. Well, think of the overtime, babe. Oh, wait. Are you on straight time? Or what is it Rusty calls it? Is it straight time?
Not straight.
More or less, where each thing is so much time, and that's how your hours add up. Ha! Ed said, Chris, I have news. Building another quad. Birdman, that sucks. Your company drank your last due? How dare they?
He probably means with me instead of on
Oh, wait. You think Adam is salary?
Today you're going to learn something. How to build
Adam, are you salary, babe? He said, I don't need no more. Already over 50 hours a week. I'm sick of working so much. Ryan, welcome. Right, Ed? Sacrilege. How dare they drink his last due? That, true story, okay? There was a guy who would come over and hang out and chill at the house for weeks on end. So I had bought two 12-packs of Mountain Dew.
And he's a diabetic at that.
Yeah. And this guy is diabetic.
Of course,
Now, I bought two 12-packs of Mountain Dew, which should have lasted me
a couple hours.
At least a week. At least a week. Now, mind you, all three of us will drink Mountain Dew, but Rusty and I are definite Mountain Dew drinkers, straight up. I went to bed that night. I got up the next morning, and this is not even 12 hours later, because y'all know how my sleeping pattern was. It was 5-6 hours later. I had two empty 12-packs of Mountain Dew. He did not even leave me one soda to go to work with. Now, mind you, I have to be to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I discovered this at 6 something. Not a pretty morning. It was more or less, Chris, handle it before I get home. And I went to work. Needless to say, when I came home, there was some Mountain Dews replenished. But it was just like, are you shitting me? Mountain Dew has, we went over this last week, 92% of the daily recommended value of sugar. 92% in one can.
He did enough for $2 a month in one night.
He drank 24 of them, being diabetic. I'm lucky he was actually breathing the next morning. Can you imagine me explaining to his mother, your son overdosed on sugar at my house when I was asleep? I don't know. I don't know. I know, Adam. I know. That is not soda. That is pop to you guys up north. Now, fill me in on this one. Is it sneakers or tennis shoes? Oh my God. All right. Dr. Thunder, it's not scary. It is an off-brand of, is that Dr. Pepper that is the off-brand of, or is that the Mountain Dew that's the off-brand? Yep, Dr. Pepper. I was right.
Put together, Dr.
Adam said both, aka shoes. Smart ass. Oh, see, Simon said trainers. Kenny said runners. See? But they all mean the same thing. Now here's one for you. If I say the word jumper, what do you guys think of?
Suicide.
I know what Simon would think. Let me put it to you this way. If I said jumper as in an article of clothing, what would you guys come up with? Ed said, I think of a radio. I think protocols if Homie Paul was here.
Right?
And you're right. Root beer is not really caffeinated. Right, Kenny? We would think of a one-piece pant and shirt. But yeah, in the UK, that's not what a jumper is. Believe me. That's why I said different words, different meanings. Same words or different words, same meanings. Now tell me that's not a weird twist on the English language. Ed said, "Screw that One Piece crap, Kenny." See, in the UK, they would call that a jumpsuit, not a jumper. Adam said, "If you hear jumped in Michigan, that's Detroit, Saginaw, or Flint. That means you're screwed, right?" Or a onesie. Wait, hold on. Chris, when I say jumper, you think sex swing? I mean, hey, that's a new one. That's. I mean, I can see where you're going with that. I can see the play on words for sure, but I'm not exactly sure why it has to be in a swing. That's the only thing that's really confusing me on that one. Chuck it. Welcome, babe. A skirt and some thigh highs, Kenny. Not on yours truly, of course. That would be gross. I don't know, Ed. I think you could pull off that skirt and thigh highs. I really, truly think you do. Or you could. Not that you do. I know there's one in here that will gladly sport that skirt for me, but I'm not sure if he would actually wear the thigh highs. Bob, you gonna sport some thigh highs?
Depends on what the price is.
Oh, I knew it. Simon said, "Damn, Ed, I can picture you some fishnets." Oh God. And see, now y'all know, you know exactly where my mind just went. Because knowing Ed, he's got some of the hairiest legs you have ever wanted to see. And the fishnets with all the little leg hairs just kind of like going through the holes. You know where my mind went on that one. I mean, Ed, you just told on yourself. Guys, it's official. Ed was wearing fishnet stockings while he was out in the jungle. And the weeds got caught on him, so he learned a very valuable lesson. So, guys, don't wear fishnets out in the jungle.
Not worth it.
No. Take Ed's word for it and just don't do it. Right, Kenny? Kenny said, "Oh my God, Ed, in fishnets. Great. Now that's burnt into my memory." You're welcome.
No chicken leg.
Sidewinder, what's up, my dear?
Sidewinder, what's up?
Josh, you go right ahead. You can wear whatever you want, wherever you want, my dear. I am not saying a word about it. And no, honey, they're real, so I'm not your daddy. But Ed was admitting to us that he has worn fishnet stockings out in the jungle, and the weeds kind of like snagged on him. So it's a lesson learned. I mean, thorn bushes and things like that, catching on fishnets, they tear kind of easily. And it actually makes like the or what are they? Are they octagons or hexagons? I think it's an octagon shape in the fishnets. I think. Um, don't quote me on that. But they become larger holes than what they originally were. So just be careful. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Just be careful. Wakey, what's up, my dear? Ed, I don't even think electroshock therapy could get that picture out of Kenny's mind. Ah, see, okay, yep, that's exactly what type of spin I thought you were putting on it. Chris said it's great. You put her in the swing, and then you can bounce her or spin her or jump her and jump up and down with her. Yep, a jumper. Yeah. You see? There you guys go. You've learned a new meaning to the word jumper. And no, we weren't talking about the radio. It's apparently a new term for sex swing. You heard it here first. Ed, you've already admitted it, hun. It's in writing up above, and I'm sure somebody has gotten a screenshot of it, even if you delete it. So, you're in trouble. Josh, I'm not so sure he was out hunting UFOs, as the UFOs seem to have just kind of like hunted him down because he had that camera in his hand. You know, it was one of those rare opportunities, and dude, I'm not going to miss it. And I can't blame him. But like I told him, I'd be like, wait, hold up. Bring your ass back here. I need to see that again because I know my eyes were screwing with me, and I'm still going to look at these photos and still think my eyes are screwing with me. So, yeah. Just got sausage mash and gravy. Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, Ed, I know you can pull it off better than Mars. I have no doubt at all. But to confirm that, I'm going to need to see video footage so I can do a side-by-side comparison. So if you're willing to provide that footage, I'm willing to do the comparison for you. Yep. Yeah, Kenny, that was classic when Mars did that. Oh my god.
That was hilarious.
Oh, none of us saw that shit coming, and then it was just like, hey guys, check this out. I know, right, Josh? I wish I'd seen something cool like that.
You did on Simon's channel.
Yeah, besides, well, no, I mean in real life. Oh, come on, Ed. I'm definitely gonna hold my breath, hun. And I didn't say I was gonna like send the footage to anybody so anybody else would know that you had won up Mars. It'd just be an inside joke between us. No, guys, y'all wouldn't see that footage. I swear. Well, I'll put it to you this way. I swear I wouldn't send it. Right, Adam? I've seen many of you guys in tutus, including Adam. I put nothing past any of y'all. Not at all. You guys were way, 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 way too willing to wear pink tutus in public. No holds barred. So, no. I wouldn't put anything past you all. What's Chris building over there? I think it's an alien. Yeah, look, and here we were just talking about UFOs.
5-inch flame radar.
It's one of them. Look, Simon, he came to visit over here. He left the spaceship over there with you, and he came to visit over here. Yep. He's building a watermelon. Right, Crystal? I swear, 2 minutes later, that video went viral. I don't know what happened. Ed, I'll split the celebrity ship with you because, you know, I'm not monetized, so I can't pay you for it, but I'll split the celebrity ship with you. Yes, sir, that is Ed Love My Drones, the Flying Lunatic. Yep, that is him. Oh, Ed. You hear this shit, homie? He said that looks like you. It's just the wrong color, though. How dare he? What about those, Ed? Are they better colors? There's aliens everywhere. Everywhere. I ain't kidding. I got little green men, little blue men, little white men. I don't see any little pink men, though. They must be racist. Interesting. Ah! Those are baby wakies? Homie Paul, you got some splaining to do. You definitely got some splaining to do. Aliens are definitely racist. Now, why is that? Is that because they don't have the proper probe?
They're black.
They are not. They're green. You got some splaining to do. You've been fruitful and multiplied. He's like a magwai. Did you get them wet? Or feed them after midnight? Speaking of which, did you guys see that there is another, I think it's the Mogwai movie that's coming out, and I think it's 2020, possibly 2021. I told Chris, I said, oh, that's ball game. I gotta go watch that because Gizmo was adorable. The little gremlin things were a pain in the ass. They had rules. I mean, they're just like teenagers, okay? They're sneaky, they're manipulative, or wait, is that teenagers or is that women? Some women. I know y'all are going, yeah, she's got it. She knows, because I got to think like you all do, but I mean, come on. They'll do anything to get you to break the rules. You can't feed them after midnight. You can't get them wet. And you got to keep them out of the sunlight. How hard is that? 3 basic rules. It wasn't that hard. Simon, honey, are you speaking from experience? He said, whatever you do, don't chew the head on glow-in-the-dark aliens. Makes you seriously ill. What about the feet? Is it a foot fetish? God only knows what is up with YouTube, my dear. I've told you all before, it hates me. If it's buffering or God only knows. It never sends out notifications. How half the time the notifications go out the next day. Oh, no. Adam said, Chris's wall is telling me I need to up my quad building game. Laugh out loud. Damn, bro. Haha, jelly.
Where do you see what I got? Where do you see what I got coming from? Let's say Falco X Apex.
Oh, what? Huh?
Falco X
Huh?
Apex.
Huh? Huh?
Huh?
Plum's like, wait, replay. What? Huh? What? Huh? Yeah. Right, Chris? If we ever have to meet aliens, I hope they're like Paul the alien. Could be friends with Paul. I'm already a good friend with Paul. And see, homie Paul says, what do you mean if we ever meet? They're already among us. Right? Chuck, what do you mean you need a burrito? Night, Kenny. You stay warm, babe. Hopefully Mother Nature cuts y'all some slack tomorrow. If not, layer up and stay warm. Wait a minute. Chuck said that's like trying to keep a pissed off cat from peeing on your carpet.
Your pistol will stop that.
Well, yeah, there's certain things that could stop that. Adam said, I'm going to have to try that Apex. Damn it, Chris. Laugh out loud. With Flight 1, of course. Of course, my dear. You are definitely stuck with Flight 1. I can see that. And I can see that you're extremely happy with it, and that's all the hell that matters. Men in Black is not a fictional movie, huh? I guess The Matrix is not a fictional movie either. Be kind of interesting to duck and dodge bullets. I mean, that was interesting in slow mo and all of that. You know, I just don't think my body will like bend the way that his did, and I'm not really willing to attempt it. Eric, RC Crazy, welcome, my dear.
What are you doing? You're not coming all up on there. Get out of there.
Well, Adam, I said the same thing, and I got schooled. I gotta tell you, I got schooled. He said, yeah, I'm hooked bad, laugh out loud. Frames matter, though. That they do. He said they don't all fly the same. Very interesting. But the really weird thing is, the two Apexes that Chris has now fly the same.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
It's strange.
Either, but it definitely does. Like them two fly really, really, really a lot of like.
Oh, come on, homie Paul. Now, you know Braveheart was a very accurate, very true historical depiction. It was. You can't tell me any different. That's exactly what happened. They went back and documented that. Come on now. Everything you see on TV has to be the truth, right? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Mike. I'm glad to know I am still very flexible, babe. Mike said, I don't know if you can do like they do in the Matrix, but he thinks I'm still very flexible. Baby doll, we're gonna have to get together for coffee. We need to catch up. Oh, Simon, homie Paul crushed your world with that one. Shame on him. Homie Paul, you can't just go around stepping on people like that. You just can't do it. It's not very nice. I'm sticking with Flight 1 firmware. Frames, not so much. I want to experiment. That's what you got to do. Because it seems like, and it's going to sound stupid, and it's going to sound weird, but it seems like certain flight controllers seem to work better with certain frames. Even though they weren't, like, technically matched up. So, yeah, experiment. Try. About as real as a $7 bill. Well, that's a new one. I mean, 2, 3, hell, you done skipped it all. You just went to 7. That one's interesting. Name the time and place. Well, I'm telling you, we're just gonna have to do that. I have found out recently that looks like next year I'm gonna be taking a trip to Alabama. And then I looked that up last night and found out it's a 13.5 hour drive. This year vacation is a 10.5 hour drive one way. Looks like next year's gonna be 13.5 hours. It's like, what the hell? But it'll all be worth it. And you know what? On that run down there, Mike, we're going right by you. Yup. We'll just store Chris in the trunk. It's okay. I'm renting a car anyway, so it's supposed to carry, I think, 5 bags. 5 passengers and 5 bags, I think. No, Mike, I wasn't saying I will meet you in Bama, my dear. I was saying we're going by your place on the way to Bama. Hell, it'd be closer for you to drive up here than drive down to Alabama.
It's not far, Mike.
I have a car like that, so I need a new one. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, for the distance that we're going to be traveling and the miles that we're going to be putting on that car, yeah, I don't want to put that on mine. So when you guys go to Buffalo, give us a holler. Oh, baby, whenever I head to New York, I'm definitely hitting you all up. If you want to know the real truth about the world and its past and future, watch Battlestar Galactica. Firmly believe that's the real truth. I think I saw that, but I'm not like the big movie buff. What the hell are you shooting around back there now? You're shooting nuts off. Oh my god. It's Crystal's Crazy Corner. Why not? But no, I can't keep movies like straight and tell you, yeah, I definitely saw this, or I saw that, or I saw this, or it. I am more the book read person. What? Adam, that sucks.
What?
He said, wish I could go. Miles are going on Mike's car. Work won't give me the time off. Well, dear, if nothing else, we're going to have to, like, hook up on a weekend just so we can say hi and you all can fly some packs. Like I said, when we're going out to Indiana, we're talking about branching and doing some visiting. So think about it, keep it in mind. Yeah, Mike, it looks like we did get some new birds in here, and damn it, now they're covering the window. I finally lost the battle.
There's something coming.
He
really
finally started doing the top of the window. I'm like, are you kidding me? Come on now. That's my window. Ooh. right? A manual transmission. I can't say I've ever driven a Land Rover, but I'd damn sure be willing to give it a chance. Your dad's in Florida right now for 3 weeks. He wanted me to go with him, but of course I gotta work. He will be all over the place, even by Ed. Oh no! See, I'd have had to like hitchhiked and like hidden away, and yeah, Tiff would have been like, "Y'all seen Daddy? Not for like 2 days." You know, Adam, I do understand how disappointed you are. I'm not so sure I would find a new job just over that, but at the same time, hear me and hear me well. You got to take care of you. Okay? The company will not always take care of you. You know it just as well as I'm sitting here speaking it. It's not always like a family atmosphere. When they want you, they want you. When they don't, they don't. When they need you, they need you. Just remember, baby doll, you got to put you first too. And everybody deserves a vacation. Somebody very wise once told me that. Everybody deserves a vacation at least once a year. And I'm sitting here going, yeah, right. Do you know the last time I had a vacation? That was like more than a weekend. And when I say that, I mean like a long weekend. But to actually take an entire week off of work type vacation, I haven't done that in the last 12 years.
But it's going down.
So, yeah, it's going this year, and we'll see how fun it is when I get back to work. So,
chaos.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. After being gone for a week and buying 5 lines at work now, it's going to be a freaking nightmare to catch everything back up when I get back. But you know what? For once, I'm going to put me first. And it's going to be what it is. Good night, Chris.
Night, Chris.
Thank you so much for joining me, babe. Eric said, I see that. Haha, now that spot won't mess with my head. Ryan, even if I did put my bunny banner back up there, Chris would still cover it up.
Oh, yeah, we covered a bunny up.
Vampire said, what's a vacation? Baby doll, I'm not so sure, but I'm going to figure it out. One way or another, I'm going to figure it out. Eric said, look, if I go down, I ain't coming back up. That's the way it is. You're just going to have to deal with it. Get used to it. Sorry about your luck. Yeah, right, Ed? I can't remember the last time I had a real vacation, a road trip. Well, I remember my last road trip. It was an interesting experience. And I'm praying to God that this one is a lot smoother than the last one. Because my last road trip was exactly 1 year after my accident. So I was still healing and still kind of sore after riding for an extended period of time. But there is a tank museum in Danville, Virginia. And Rusty is into military style history. So we planned a day trip. 6.5 hour drive one way. So we got up extra early in the morning, rolled out, made it down there, could barely get out of the car and walk, but ended up walking through a museum for several hours, got back in the car and had to drive 6.5 hours back. After that, I said, never again. If we're going to do a trip like that, it's not going to be in a day. So this one is a week-long trip. And there'll be 3 drivers. Not just mainly one. Because that guy right there did 99% of that driving before. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, Vampire, I don't think we're going to get Chris an intervention. Yes, there are quads hanging from the blinds. I don't foresee an intervention happening anytime soon.
I ain't signing up for no intervention.
I don't think you normally sign up for interventions. I think they just kind of like happen. But I don't foresee him.
You don't have to let it happen.
Huh?
I saw this on TV. You don't have to let them happen.
I don't foresee him being willing to let that happen.
I'm telling you, wait till y'all see what's coming and hanging up there. Y'all go back. Ah! I quit.
Right, Mike? Mike says someone should make a wallpaper that looks like all those drones on the wall. It's very colorful.
Come on, Mike. That would be cheating.
No, that way they can have your wall at their house.
Alright, y'all promise to buy it. I'll work on getting it made.
The wallpaper.
MD wallpaper.
I'll be here, Mike. Waiting on you, babe. Ed said both of your hands would have to be broken for an intervention.
Right, Ed? If that ever happens, guys, call somebody. Crystal's lying to you.
What? An intervention?
That I just disappeared. Don't believe it. I just stopped flying. Never believe it.
I don't foresee it happening. I would say it would take a miracle, but I'm not really sure that's a miracle. There you go. Chris is playing Pokemon. Gotta catch them all.
Right.
He likes the little ones, the itty bitty ones, the medium sized ones, the normal sized ones. Oh, God. Yeah, Adam, I'd be a little pissed too if I put in for that a month ago and got turned down. I'd be like, yeah?
That does suck.
And how much shit do you want me to do? And just like when they came to me today and said, hey, I need you to work till 9 o'clock tomorrow because I just fired the guy who was going to work late. Yeah. And what about that vacation y'all just turned down? Let's negotiate. Unfortunately, we don't always have that negotiation wiggle room. Oh my God. Simon, that's a good idea, but I think that would actually be like a nightmare waiting to happen.
What?
First of all, he doesn't have enough batteries to do that, thank God. Simon said, I don't need a hairdryer anymore. Just fire up the walls and stand in the middle. I almost think that's almost asking for like the wind tunnel effect. The hair would just like be if the propellers didn't catch it. And then we got bigger issues. Oh, Lord. Eric, hush. He said, I see some bare spots on the door, too.
In due time.
The man's got some issues. But that's okay. It could be a lot worse issues. It could be. Right, Adam, I got a solution. I just got to win the lottery. Well, babe, if you do that, you will definitely be set. And I pity your boss if you did. Be like, oh yeah, you wanted me here at what time? Till when? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I don't know. In a situation like that, I'm not so sure I would give them the satisfaction to know that I had just like quit and did not need them anymore. And yeah, I said did not need them because unfortunately for most of us, we unfortunately do need a job to keep bills and everything else going. But to be able to say, yeah, I don't think I'm coming in today, just to inconvenience them slightly. And then, yeah, no, I don't think I'm coming in tomorrow either. Then you go and you get all your shit, and you're like, well, what are you doing? I think I'm gonna retire. What? Yeah, I don't think I need to turn wrenches anymore. I don't think I need to work out in the weather anymore. There'd be a lot of things that we don't think we would technically need to do anymore if we hit the lottery. Right, Adam? I'm single with no kids and a damn good work history. Been thinking. Yep. And both of those things that you said right there, single and no kids, dude, watch it. Can't necessarily say smart, but definitely an advantage when you're looking at making a life change. And face it, anytime you change jobs, going from the known to the unknown, that is definitely a life change. Or a life event, as Facebook calls it, God forbid. Tiff, welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, welcome.
Ha! Ed said, if I win, I'm adopting y'all's butts.
Right?
I can see Ed now going to a judge and standing there. Yes, Your Honor, I am the one who wants to legally adopt them. And the judge being like, are you sure? Yes, Your Honor. Judge, all of them? Yes, Your Honor. Judge be like, I don't know what the hell is going on here, but right, Simon? Funny how Tiff said hello when Adam mentioned single. Wait. There was also the mention of winning the lottery in there. Ed's gonna definitely have that drone compound if he wins the lottery. I know that. Yeah, Ed, I think that judge would definitely say you're living up to the title of a damn lunatic. Uh-huh.
For sure.
Just got home, Tiff. Always on the run. I know that feeling. There's certain days that, even though I'm supposed to get off at 4 here lately, it's been 4:30ish that I've actually been able to walk out of the door. And then, you got your errands or your bills or running to the post office or whatever you're doing after work. And then it's like, damn, wait, what time am I getting home? I mean, sometimes it's 6, 7 o'clock, and then God forbid, that's what normally happens on Friday nights. I'm usually running in the door at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then we're going live at 7, and it's like, I'm here. I swear I am. Well, see, Adam, then I have done my job. He said, that's too damn funny. Laughing too hard right now. We love you, Adam. And that's the point of Wacky Wednesday, I mean, it's the middle of the week, and it's like you're either having an amazing week, a week, a shitty ass week, or whatever. But no matter what, in the middle of the week, it's always nice just to kick back and be able to at least crack a smile, if not give a full-fledged belly laugh. And there's been times that y'all have got this shit going, and even after I have gotten off of here, my sides have hurt thanks to you all. And I'm like, you know what? I needed that. I seriously needed that. And you guys have known it. There's been times that I have come on here on a Wednesday night, and Chris has asked me beforehand, "Are you going live tonight?" And I'm like, and he's like, "You don't have to." And I'm like, "No, I don't have to, but I know that when I go live and the family shows up, it's going to be fun. There's going to be laughs. And no matter what, at the end, I always feel better. And I have you guys to thank for that. So that's what Wacky Wednesday was made for. That middle of the week, say screw it and just kick back and have fun. I don't know, man. Somebody up there mentioned smoke, and that's all I have. Like, up, it was Ed. It was Ed. Imagine that. I'll smoke to that. And then, of course, Night Train piped in. Someone say smoke? Smoke where? Huh? Smoke? Smoke? It's not that little magic smoke that comes out of those quads, though. We don't like that kind of smoke. That ain't the right kind of smoke. But, well, Adam, the last 2 weeks can kiss your ass, baby doll. I got about another week and a half that can kiss mine, and then we'll be good. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I've done asked him, damn, after inventory, you don't want much, do you? And he's like, why? And I'm like, because we're all going to be fucking brain dead. That's why you're going to have walking zombies on your hand on Monday. You actually expect us to think and be productive? Give it up, dude. See, that's a good thing, Ed. That's the type of weeks that you look forward to. I must say, I can't complain about this week, even though it sucked, but it sucked far less. You know, you're going to have those weeks. You're going to have those weeks that it's like, I swear to God, if I can just make it to Friday without killing somebody, it's going to be a miracle. But at the same time, then you have those weeks where it's just like, you know, yeah, shit still goes wrong and shit still gets crazy. But when you look back on that week, it's like, you know what? It's not that bad. And I think honestly, that's in every job. You're going to have the good, you're going to have the bad, you're going to have the indifferent, you're going to have several weeks of good, you're going to have several weeks of bad. It happens. Unfortunately, that's life for you. And it's like I've told you guys before, the only thing that's constant in life is change. Think about it. The only thing that is always constant in life is change. Because somebody's always throwing a curveball, be it a good curveball, be it a bad curveball. However, it's still a curveball. There's still change. Ew, Mike's week really sucked. Hung ceiling drywall Monday. Dude, I've heard. Now, I have never done such a thing. This guy back here has worked with drywall. My dad used to deliver drywall, and unfortunately fucked up his back majorly. And back then, that's when back fusions had first come out. So he was delivering drywall and misstepped, carrying it up steps, and it said and screwed up his back completely. It was one of many back surgeries he ended up having, but I, I can't imagine hanging drywall on the ceiling. Number one, I don't like ladders. I hate standing on a ladder. So, Mike, I already give you props for painting on ladders and all of that shit. Because to me, the way I stand on a ladder, of course, as you guys know, I have a fear of falling. I mean, somebody could just like walk up to me and go, and that will flip my ass out. So for me to stand on a ladder, it's always right here. Don't lean. Don't lean. Don't lean. Don't lean. By the time inventory is done, yes, I unfortunately have to count a bunch of shit up on ladders. I feel like a bird on a perch.
Not in a hand.
No, unfortunately, I don't feel like a bird in the hand. Simon, I need you, baby. But no, you know how the birds sit on the perch and you watch them wrap their feet around the perch? That's what I feel like after standing on the ladder after inventory, and I hate that shit. So that's just standing up there and counting. I cannot imagine having the weight of drywall being held up on no.
You don't even get on the ladder. You got more or less.
Or stilts. Dude, if you walk with stilts, I give you even more props.
Usually you're holding it up like this, or you're freaking.
Well, I mean, come on now. If I'm standing at 5'2" and I'm holding drywall above my head, it ain't nowhere up near the fucking ceiling, so I gotta be standing on something. I mean, I'm just like little and short, so yeah, that ain't gonna work. John, RC Funds, welcome, babe.
John, what's up?
And then he sprayed a couple ceilings for 5 hours yesterday. Dude, they just got you like with the ceiling shit or something. I don't know. I'd be like, you got anything down on the ground? Nah, Ed, you didn't jinx yourself. It's gonna be a good week. Oh my god, Adam, if you put one of those pen camera phone thingies in your pocket and actually filmed how people react at a dealership, you would have viral footage. Viral footage. Because some of the shit that Rusty tells me that people pull just at his job, I hate to see what the hell they pull at a dealership where they're actually making payments and yada, 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 yada. You know, they're entitled. You should do this. Parts have a warranty for life no matter how many times you've used a vehicle. No, people, they don't. Limited lifetime warranty means something. Limited. Don't forget that word is in front of lifetime. There's a reason for that. Well, Chuck, I can understand having certain foods when you're at home. I got that. Oh, well, see, here's the plan, Chuck. He's gonna win the lottery, and then he's gonna get one of those pen cameras, and then he's gonna get that footage, and then he's gonna put it and have his viral video, and at the same time he's gonna go in and tell the dealership where they can stuff it. That's what the plan is. That's from RC Funds. I had to make sure he wasn't soldering and I wasn't going to screw anything up at the time. Totally understand, John. He said, I still love you guys. Been dealing with a lot of crap over here. So if I'm not around much, no, I got some things going on. It happens to all of us, baby doll. Life happens. Unfortunately, it happens.
That's for sure.
He said, yeah, I'm in a shitstorm right now, but I'll get through it. Hang tight, baby doll. Hang tight. Well, come on, Chuck. Some of us have to dream. You ain't got to stomp on dreams by saying lottery is nothing but a tax on the poor. You know, if somebody happened to have handed you a winning lottery ticket, what you did with those winnings would be totally up to you. So if you think it's a tax on the poor, then you could give away that free money after you pay your taxes on it and help them out. Which, honestly, if I ever truly won the lottery, and I've already discussed it with Chris, that is exactly my plan. I personally want to set up like a food bank along with a soup kitchen. Because if you guys have ever known hunger or been food poor, I do believe is the technical term. Yeah, it's a scary ass feeling. And that's what I would do to give back, to help the community. And it's like I told Chris, the homelessness blows my mind. Oh, see, homie Paul, I'd put Chris to work. Chris is a good cook. Chris would be my cook for the soup kitchen. Yeah, right, Ed? Ed said for a big dream, not a huge tax. And oh, it supposedly helps the public school system. Yeah, right. See, what's funny about that is. No, I didn't see the look he gave me, homie Paul, but it's nothing new, and he already knows, so. But no, what's funny, they built a casino. I would say probably 8 to 10 years ago now. In Ocean Pines, in our neighboring county. And they said that all profits would be going back to the school system. Guess what? They've yet to see a damn dime. Not one. And of course, it was all the politicians' gibberish and all put into law, but who's actually going to take the time and follow the trail? And then who's actually going to enforce, hey, you owe us a shit ton of money. Seriously. Because you think about it, they're all technically in cahoots with each other. So, are they really going to do that? No. Would they even be willing to do that? No. Because then the finger pointing is going to come right back and look at them, and it's going to be like, hey, you remember that deal? Yeah, that deal that you didn't want anybody to know about? That's how all those deals tend to, like, have the beans spilled, per se. Very true. Very, very true, Ed. You can call the lottery a tax all you want, but at the same time, it is a voluntary tax. You're not forced to pay it. Nobody is twisting your arm to go give that lottery agent money to receive a ticket. A chance. Think about it. So it is voluntary. John, he is working on a 5-inch slammed alien. See, Simon, you got to look at the positive. The upside for me is you get to spend time catching up on the tube, which means you get family quality time. And no, John, unfortunately here, the Indians do not own the casino. They are owned by someone else. They're actually owned by the same people who own the casinos in Baltimore. So, I don't know. But no, I know it's not the Indians because they don't have that here. I think that's more like the Midwest and the West. But no, not here. Very true. But the lawyers got richer, though. I don't ever. Have you guys. Think about it, okay? When you guys see a lawyer filing for bankruptcy, something's wrong. Because they're crooked as shit. But they always got that green. Interesting. The Mega Millions is a chance at winning $500 million if you spend $20 a week for 40 years. Your chances are 1 in 350 million. Yeah, right, John, that's depressing. But if you think about it, every blue moon, you hear that really weird whack job story, that lucky ticket story of someone down on their luck that got that quote unquote golden ticket. Now think of this one. And unfortunately, this is the God's honest truth. A lot of people that are in that situation will come out and tell you the worst thing that ever happened to me was I won the lottery. Number one, they're not used to that amount of money. So what do? They do what anybody would do that doesn't have that type of expendable cash. The working class person is going to go out on at least one shopping spree and have fun. Tell me you wouldn't. Tell me you wouldn't if somebody handed you that winning ticket for the Mega Millions right now, that when you cashed in it was $500 million. Tell me when you got that money you would not go on some type of shopping spree. I don't care if it's online buying quad parts. Y'all are going shopping.
Y'all know what I'm buying.
Everybody would. But it's to what extreme? Right, Simon? Simon said, I can honestly say I'd give a lot of it away.
Yep.
Yeah. And I can say that. And I can say that for one reason.
Y'all know I would. Stuff I give away now.
Money, you've heard me say it before.
Can't take it with you when you die.
Money doesn't buy happiness. It doesn't. Money can buy misery. That it can do. But money cannot buy you happiness. It can't. Going to a lawyer first and foremost and setting up a trust. Very smart. You got to plan for your future. But here's the thing. Think about it. Okay? Think long and think hard about what I'm getting ready to say. How long is your future? Are you one of those people out there that have people in your past that once they found out you had received $500 million, would they make you go bye-bye? Stranger shit has happened. Another true fact. It has happened. People who have hit the lottery, yeah, they die of some really weird causes. Unfortunately, a lot of them, once they got that money, they found interesting hobbies that included a lot of hard drugs, and yeah, their bodies couldn't take that shit. So, think about it. Ed, I thought that. Ed said money can spread a lot of happiness. It doesn't create happiness on its own. And the reason I say I thought that, for those of you who don't know, when I was a teenager, I was in a very, very, very nasty accident. And I received a extremely nice settlement for that. A lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of blood, a lot of injuries, a lot of things that I still deal with to this day. But I was young. I was dumb. I thought money could buy happiness. I thought spreading money around could bring happiness. I paid people's bills that were behind on their bills. Yeah, it made me feel good. But you know what happened? Those people decided that wasn't enough. So they racked those bills up again because they had extra spending money. You know what? Then they come back looking at you like you're supposed to do it all over again. Not like you were giving them a hand up and helping them out of a nasty situation. When people find out that you have bettered yourself, they're like vultures. I'm dead serious. They will come out of the woodwork.
And what shocks you is one of your parents.
What will blow your mind is it will be people that you never would have considered. That's the eye-opening and the shocking thing. You're right, John. That's why when I win, I'm wearing a mask. I wish to God I could say that, but unfortunately, Maryland does not allow for anonymity if you win the lottery. Certain states do, certain states do not. And it's just like, really? That ain't fair. Oh, yeah, believe me, that was an extremely eye-opening experience. But it taught me a lot. It really, truly did. It taught me a lot about different types of people, the good, the bad, the ugly, because not everyone would take advantage, but oh, believe you me, there was your fair share. You know, and it's just, I'll stick with what I have now. If we think about it, money is a human made bullshit thing. It's figuring out how to manipulate the system with your talents. Very, very, very true. Because you think about it, okay? They came out with paper money, coin money. Why? Because they didn't like the bartering system that was already in place, which actually worked out pretty damn good. But they couldn't control that bartering system. So you come out with paper money. Okay. Then you come out with plastic credit. Trouble. Right?
Major.
Think about it. If you didn't have the money in the first place, why do you seriously think you're going to have the money to pay off something you couldn't pay for in the first place? If you had to borrow from Peter to pay Paul this week, what's different next week? It's a never-ending vicious cycle. And then when you owe 2, you have to borrow from 4 to pay those 2. So then you owe 4. So then you have to borrow from 8 to pay those 4. Right. No taxes in the bartering system. They couldn't control it. They couldn't control people. They couldn't control humans. So let's get a handle on that. It's like I always say, Eric, you can't get blood from a turnip, baby. You can try all you want. You can squish, you can just squeeze, but guess what? There's no blood in a turnip. Slice it any way you want to. There ain't no blood in a turnip. So You ain't getting it if I ain't got it. Sorry about your luck. Yeah, right, homie Paul? How many times have you seen family members that you have never met at a funeral?
Yeah, right.
Just because they thought they were getting something. True story. There's one going on right now at work, okay? Lady's cousin has passed away. She had not seen this cousin in 20 years, even though they lived in the same frickin' town. Haven't seen her in 20 years.
Who Nancy Lou?
Haven't seen him, but all of a sudden get contacted by a lawyer that, oh, your family member has passed away without a will. Guess what's going on now? All the family is hiring lawyers so they all can battle each other for something that wasn't theirs and they didn't have a damn thing to do with in the first place. Why? Greed. That's why. Think about it. Well, Chuck Hunt, if you want to cover the world in Cheeto dust, I think it's going to be a little cheesy. And when it rains, it's going to be a little slimy. Going to be mighty interesting. Chester Cheetah's going to be out there running all over, tail swishing, dust everywhere, tongue waggling, licking it all up. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, what all likes cheese out in the world? Acro loves cheddar, so he'd be extremely ecstatic. He'd be like, "Oh, Uncle Chuck, him just dropped cheddars everywhere else." Oh my God! Wait, now that's sad. That's a commercial on TV.
What?
Oh wait. Apparently, Ed's saying it's a commercial on TV, but I'm not sure Chuck has seen it, and I know I haven't because I don't watch much TV. But apparently, it might be to the song of Can't Touch This, which would be extremely interesting. Oh, John, honey, you've missed it. Ed's already said that he has worn fishnet pantyhose out in the jungle, but the weeds got to him, so he learned his lesson not to do that anymore. So now I'm wondering if he was out there wearing these fishnet pantyhose doing MC Hammer's Please Hammer Don't Hurt 'em type dance out in the jungle where nobody else could like see it. You know that yeah. I can see that now. Shit, Adam, I forgot to text you, babe. Did you get tacos for dinner? He just said better be tacos and lasagna, Chuck. I'm telling you, all my damn days are like running together. Chris, I came home. Chris said, "Are you going live?" No, it's Tuesday. I'm like, "No, it's Wednesday." Oh my God, right, John? He said, "Hammer time reminds me of Chris smashing my oysters."
Yeah.
Oh God, and John almost choked to death watching the rewind of that. Oh God, he just said, "That was ball game. Bye bye oyster." Mm. That's why. Okay. I didn't watch the Super Bowl at all. No part of it. No commercial. No halftime. I was literally like in the dark. I did see blips of other commercials, and then I even asked my boss. I'm like, wait, this is odd. Did they not have a Budweiser Clydesdale commercial this year? Because I did not see one, and he said he didn't see one at all. And I mean, that's like tradition. So, any of you guys who watched the Super Bowl, did they have one? Yes, Ed, you did say that. You did not say you were having a fantasy. And wait, that brings up another question. Ed, why would you be fantasizing of wearing fishnet pantyhose out in the jungle? Strange things that we fantasize of. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ed, you fell asleep? Nuh-uh. You got vertical. You're probably like this. I did that the other night. No lie, my ankle was killing me, and I ended up finally giving in and taking a pain pill. And which I never do. And Rusty got to laughing at me because, of course, it knocked me on my ass because I never take a pain pill. I was watching something on TV, and the next thing you know, I'm literally sitting up, and and Rusty comes and wakes me up like 2 hours later, and apparently I staggered in here, did some funny antics. Apparently I tried to trip over thin air and some other things, none of which I remember. I then stumbled my way to the bedroom. I remember plugging in my cell phone, and as I was straightening up the bed, I'm like, what the hell is going on? I was watching TV. And the next thing I remember is Chris waking me up the next morning when the alarm's going off. And I'm like, oh boy. And Rusty has laughed so hard. He's like, you don't remember any of that shit, do you? And I'm like, nope. He's like, yeah, that was interesting. From now on, Mom, half a pain pill, not the whole thing. And I'm like, oh my God. Believe me, it's very, very rare for me to take a pain pill, period. I'd rather just deal with it and fight it out. But when I give in, I have to say I do have some very potent uh pain pills that will take away the pain and knock my ass out in the process. So, yep. You feel asleep somewhere, huh? Heath was involved. You can't understand Heath worth a crap, huh? Heath definitely has a different accent. Although you get Homie Paul and Heath together, and they get off in their Yorkshire accent, and oh boy, you can't understand either one of them. And I'm sure you throw Simon in the works, and yep. Yeah, Ed did kind of like fall asleep with Eric's live stream. I mean, that
Yeah, it's funny.
he definitely went vertical. Very, very, very true. Very true, Ed. I feel you on that one. He said, I have enough problems understanding Yankees. Let alone that proper English, huh? It's like, nope, slow down, speak slowly, speak clearly, and give me a few minutes, and then maybe I'll be able to have a translation. Uh, John, hold on. You're kind of like a transplant now. You're not really a Yankee anymore, baby doll. You know, you have transplanted down south some, so you know, you can't be too offended, and you don't really talk that fast. You can get to spitting it off quick, but normally you don't really talk that fast. And Adam, honey, you're just a different breed. Adam said, Ed, I'm a Yankee, and you understand me just fine. Oh, God, homie Paul said, if Simon's accent is anything like Jethro's, we're in trouble. I don't think you have that problem. Oh my God. A redneck Brit. That will damn sure have an interesting accent. Come on now. There you go. There's an interesting kind of interpretation. Not that I'm calling you a redneck Brit, John. Don't even go there. But Sylvester Stallone singing country, yeah, that's kind of like the interpretation. Right? See, that's the thing that they don't understand, Ed. Certain people sound like a Yankee, certain people do not. Certain accents are just thicker and a little harder for some to differentiate. Yeah, see, I'm with you on that, Ed. I think Adam would fit in just fine down south. What? Oh my God. Oh, Adam said, I'll take that back. I'm a Michigan. Hell, I'm going to slaughter that one. Michigander. And I know I probably did, so go ahead and laugh. And if you understand us, you're as messed up as we are. Very, very true. I think something definitely changes when you're inside one of them concrete jungles. See, I've picked up on it, but I'm not. What? See, I know I'm gonna like slaughter that one. See, Simon says, and I'm just gonna attempt it. So y'all get ready for a really damn good laugh because you know it's coming. What you like pull? What you look pull? See? Slaughter. Now what the hell does that mean, Simon? What you, but the other two words I can't get. Maybe local? See? Homie Paul's over there pissing on himself laughing at me. Go ahead, Homie Paul. Start throwing the words up there. Let's see. It's going to be Worcestershire, Yorkshire, Nottinghamshire. Come on, throw some at me. You know you want to. Drunkenstein. Drinkenstein? Ramstein was awesome, but no. John said Drinkenstein. Well, see, Ed, there's a difference, okay? Eric doesn't sound like a Yankee, and yes, he does say crick instead of creek, for quad's sake. So, I mean, but see, there's a countryside of Eric. So, I think you understand country people better than you understand city people. No matter where they're from, north or south. I think you just speak country. Drinkenstein. You have to YouTube it later. Well, that I will definitely do. Now, why do you have to go to the foot of your stairs? Is that to let Nell out, or is that so you can go out? Or both? Right? Nell leave a surprise for you? What are you like? Now, how the hell did you get that out of what you wrote up there? What you look pull. And that is, what are you like? See, I'd be so screwed over there because somebody would just ask me something normal like that, and I'd be standing there like, yeah. Now, how the hell is yeah an answer to something like that. I mean, think about it. People attempt to respond just to respond, whether they actually understand or not. It's kind of interesting for sure. Means surprised, aghast, shocked, etc. Wait a minute. So will I go to the foot of our stairs means that you're surprised, aghast, shocked, or etc. Why didn't you just come out and say that? Why do you have to add extra words to it? Y'all like making things complicated. Ed, why do you say Michigan is the one with a big crotch? I mean, how would you know the size of Michigan's crotch? Ah, careful how you answer that. Careful, careful. Funny moments. I remember when my brother with a broken foot and cast on it, hopping in bare feet right into a nice pile. Oi! All right, good reason because you're from Yorkshire. I'll give you that one. Just like to complicate things. I'll give you that one. I mean, I guess in our own way, we say some crazy ass sayings over here as well. We just don't think about it. Axiomatic. What's up, my dear? Jersey has a wiener. Well, I've heard Jersey called a lot of things, but not exactly a wiener. Some forms of. I mean, hey, if Michigan can be the crotch, then I guess Jersey can be a wiener.
A lot of wieners come from
I don't know.
Is that what you're trying to say?
If you ever come to Yorkshire, don't ever ask for directions in Barnsley. Bad place to ask for directions or not an existing place at all? That's just like, now, I've heard, I do not know if it's true, but I was told by a guy who was dating a girl from Ireland, whatever you do, if you ever visit Ireland, do not go by the tradition of the, what is that? Kissing the Blarney Stone? Yeah, you don't really want to do that. Things are done. Two things in that place that you really don't want to put your lips anywhere near. That's what it is, homie Paul. He heard you opening the cookies all the way over there. He's like, cookies? The hell? Axiomatic is here? Where? See, Axiomatic knows. 608 FPV. Welcome, my dear. He said that Mobile 7 HD is a beast. Thanks.
What's up,
Glad
brother?
it made it safely.
Glad you're enjoying it, man. I'm glad everything worked good with it. Like I said, brand new board. Everything should have went well. Awesome.
Oh, homie Paul, it's a bad place for you to ask for directions and you can understand them. Well, none of us had better ask for directions there then. And yes, that was the exact story that I was told. The Blarney Stone, they actually pee on it in Ireland and then sit back and laugh at the tourist who walk up and give it a big old smooch. So, yeah, guys, be careful if you travel. Do your homework first. You don't want to be the one that's being laughed at.
I woke up with my neck out.
Oh, Lord. And I'd be the one hiding because I would swear to God I did not know him. Ah, okay. Ed's giving you a hard time, huh? At least he's picking on you tonight, Adam. It means he loves you. In Northern Ireland, you go to the ice cream truck and ask for a Poke. Sure you do. Uh-huh. Just like Axio says, it's always great to mess with them tourists. Mm-hmm. Always tell people it's okay to walk up behind the ropes and ring the Liberty Bell. Sure it is. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that crack or anything. No, it's good. It's good. 608 says he likes the wallpaper. We were just talking about making custom wallpaper. One of the guys who was in here earlier said we need to come up with a interesting, unique
and
wallpaper.
It's all just wallpaper. It's not really quad. It's just three-dimensional wallpaper.
Oh, Lord. Oh, poor 608. He said, I kissed that stone.
Oh, brother.
No, it probably wasn't the grossest thing that I've had on my mouth in Europe. And yes, sir, I know what you're saying. Oh. Well, you know, sometimes you just kind of have to embrace the experience.
That's right.
Or as some of these young kids like to say, you only live once, right? So you might as well enjoy it.
YOLO.
I mean, they're saying you only live once, but yeah, some of the crazy things that I see these kids doing nowadays, I'm not so sure they're going to be able to live for a very long time like some of us have. Uh-huh, Ed. You're over there checking out them Michigan women down in Florida. Uh-huh. I see. She got cold up there. She had to come down south and get warm. Oh, yeah. That's what you need to tell them to do, Axio. You got to tell them to FPV that 5-inch around that Liberty Bell. Just go ahead and orbit it. It's okay. Nobody cares.
I would do it.
I am not taking him anywhere near the freaking Liberty Bell.
I'd do it all day long. I guarantee you, no doubt.
Oh. Adam, I totally understand them love and hate relationships. You know, there's always neighborhoods within the same state or regions in the same state that have that love-hate relationship. It's like the Eastern Shore of Maryland and the Western Shore of Maryland. The Western Shore of Maryland hates the Eastern Shore of Maryland, but loves to come down here in the summer and use our beaches. What? The Eastern Shore of Maryland would love to blow up the bridge to separate from the Western Shore of Maryland, but they won't let us do that. I'm sure the red light district was bigger than what you thought. You know, there's a lot of closet freaks, we shall say. Honey, I don't blame you. He said he is not one to pay for sex, though there's always a bar in every town and the standards to be lowered. Very, very, very true. You know, as the alcohol flows, things become a little freer, as we all know. So, yeah, why pay for it? Somebody is always willing to give it away. You just gotta find the right one. Or bring a brown paper bag, or install the beer goggles that everybody talks about. Ed, I'm not even reading that one. Oh, hell no, because I know he would do that, and I want to go there and take pictures of that, and I'm not tempting him.
I want to do it all.
Woo! Simon got dragged up on the stage. Uh-huh. Huh. Your teeth may have been hurting for days, but I'm sure you had a big old smile on your face and you enjoyed every single minute of it. Tell me you didn't. He said, thought I was gonna die. Alright. Ed said, Capitol building. Whatever, Chris. Mad Dog will do it. Wouldn't you love to dive the Washington Monument?
Yeah, I said I would do it.
Now, who wouldn't want to dive that sucker? I mean, think about it.
Crossfire.
The damn thing goes just like this. It's got the point at the top, and you come straight down. Now, I am not suggesting you try that.
And I actually could be in Washington.
Because there are a hell of a lot of policemen that are around that area. Now, this fool's probably going to be one of them ones that want to get like on the Amtrak train or some shit with the crossfire, as Adam just said, and send it.
Right from?
And then all of a sudden the damn train take off. I can see that shit now. Chris would have the damn quad outside trying to catch it through the train window.
That's why I just got done printing my crossfire amount.
In pink.
Right on.
Pretty pink.
I'm off a watermelon this time on this one. I think I'm in the right neighborhood. It looks like a watermelon. Camera's dark for some reason. It looks.
No, I think that's just your eyes.
It's just that monitor, probably.
Right, 608. What's that saying? Why go to the store for milk when you have a cow at home? Very, very, very true. Why go to the butcher for a sausage when you got it at home as well? Think about it. Very true, homie Paul. Very, very true. A hate-hate relationship is much easier to maintain. Then you at least know the line is drawn. Sucker, if you cross on my side, that's ball game. Ooh. Pink fishnets. At least then you'd see when the weeds were trying to tangle them. And you'd be able to be seen through that jungle. Oh, I guarantee it, Ed. I would stake anything on it. I guarantee they'd come down harder on a drone flyer than that idiot that flew the Cessna over there.
Fuck 'em, Ed.
I knew it. I knew it. Fishnets gotta be black. Okay? He's specifying. They gotta be black. No other color. It's gotta be the traditional. Fishnets, black, thigh highs, garter belts do not have to be. That's just like an accessory. Skirt, I think in a way right now that's kind of like an accessory. As long as you got the fishnets on, Ed's good. Wait, you thought Ed was Harrison Ford? Honey Paul, how tired are you, babe? I mean, I know it's extremely early over there, but I'm not sure like what your vision is actually seeing.
He's tired.
Maybe he's been tipping a few. I don't know. Very, very true. Assholes can fly a 2,000-pound plane 5 feet over our house, a 1-pound quad or whatever, and we're a bunch of dicks. How the hell is that right? Think about it, though. How is that right?
Listen, you just have to use the low-flying planes as obstacle, fun. Go chasing. Just don't post the footy, I promise. No harm in it.
Very true, 608. It's going to be up to the police to enforce, and just like it is now, they have better stuff to do.
Exactly.
I mean, think about it, okay? The police are supposed to enforce traffic laws, right? Right? How many times you see some idiot rolling down the highway or down a back road, blatantly disobeying all types of traffic laws? Can't even go by a cop doing such. They're not. No, I don't feel like it. Now, I don't suggest you do that shit at the end of the month because, that old saying, whether they say it's true or not, yeah, it's just like I told Chris. I don't know what the hell's going on in our area, but I've seen way too many quote unquote police ghost cars that are no longer ghost, along with quite a few marked cars in our area. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's not the end of the month. What's up? And yeah, just like Adam said, the ones that we've seen or had to dealings with, well, the ones that Chris and I have had dealings with together, they haven't gave a shit. Okay, yeah, they're very interested in the quad, as in, hi man, can I see? And then it's like, holy shit, that's awesome. It's not like, hey man, you got to take that shit somewhere else. Now there was one that
that had a pair of balls like this between her legs. I mean, on her chest. She was a bitch. The only one and only ignorant asshole.
But hold on, time out. I have to say,
if she would have been in charge, we all would have went to jail that day.
I was not there.
And she clearly.
I was not there. Thank God. I was like 4 states away. I was safe.
We were all in New York flying.
Yeah, you got to watch New York Cops. But here's the catch.
She wants to put it on.
Don't drive around fences that are marked no trespassing.
Gosh.
And then you probably won't have a problem in the first place.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, think about it.
No problem.
Well, yeah, being your damn luck, you would, but still.
This woman would have still give you a problem. She was a bitch. No joke. No disrespect to no women. This woman.
No, Simon, I haven't been over to Geekspania channel. Guys, check it out. Apparently, there has been a win for drone flyers in our parks. That's good news, but the bad thing is about that, not everybody has access to one of these frickin' fly parks. That's the bad thing. And I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it out there, okay? How many of you would be willing to drive 3, 4, 5, 6 hours one way to fly your quad? And supposedly that's the only place you're allowed to fly.
Y'all ever watch that dude in Australia called Ghost Rider with that black motorcycle all blacked out? That's going to be MD.
That's going to be a lot of quad people. It's just going to happen. There may not be footage for everyone to share. But you know what?
That way when they come showing up, you can say, yes, I was flying this one right here. No problem. This has remote ID and everything on it. Yeah, it's the one I was flying, no doubt. The other 4 over here that
don't have remote ID.
As long as I remember to unplug my battery, I'm terrible for doing that. They're like, oh, your battery's still plugged in. I'm like, oh yeah, shit. How'd that happen?
Oh yeah, I'm sure if you were to cause property damage or forest fire or something like that, or damage to a person, yeah, then you're gonna have a bad time. But you know what? For the most part, honestly, the way I see this, it's gonna be just like it is now.
Okay?
Because here's the deal.
But they better make an epic ass park. They better make me some fucking dive.
No, bullshit, you would not. Okay? And this is the reason I say that. This right here is the reason I say that. How many times do you guys like to fly in a week if it's good weather? Man, y'all like to rip a pack after work if it's good weather. If it's summer and the sun is up when you all get off work, oh hell yeah, it's a great way to relax. You gonna drive 3, 4, 5, 6 freaking hours every damn time you want to fly? That's bullshit. That's not fair. Just like Adam said, Ed knows me too well. Laugh out loud. Oh, I can't? Hold my beer and watch this shit.
Anyone knows me.
I mean, that's going to be the way it goes. Good night, homie Paul. Thanks for joining me, baby.
Night, Paul.
But, I mean, seriously, okay? Think about it. And you guys can go back and watch the videos. When everybody got all twisted up before about the change in the FAA.
The Jetsons are coming, just remember.
I was like, you know what? I read all that shit. Yes, they use a hell of a lot of twisted terminology. You know why? It's to confuse you so you won't keep reading. So that you give up. Well, no. Night, Simon. 3 a.m. there. Love you all.
Night, Simon.
But no, what happened? They more or less took our guidelines that we were already using and they made them a rule, a law, so that there is penalties that go along with them. But you know what? Technically, nothing changed because we were already doing what the hell we were supposed to do. So, 3 to 5 years, okay? That gives us some time. Here's my thing with that, okay? Where is the test that they were supposed to have back when they changed the wording from guidelines to laws? It took time and is still taking time because there is still no damn test that went with that part. So, here's the thing. Okay, so they'll have the test for that part, but guess what they won't have yet? This is the government we're talking about, okay? Red tape, drag feet, let's change this idea, let's change that idea, let's change this idea. The FAA has already postponed this shit 3 different times, okay? 3. Now, yes, they will not extend the comment time because we asked them to. They're like, no, but it was okay for them to change it and postpone it 3 times. This is the government we're talking about, people. This is the government we're talking about, okay? The government may set deadlines, but guess what the government doesn't do? 90% of the time, the government doesn't even make their own damn deadlines. That's what you all have to remember, okay? And yeah, they can do what they want. And yes, the government sets the law. But here's the one thing that you need to understand. Let this one sink in, okay? The FAA does not make laws. The FAA can suggest a law, and it still has to go through the proper channels to become a law. They cannot just say, that's law, and that's it. It does not happen that way. Look it up. Go back in time. Look up the FAA, and if they can make laws. They cannot. It is one thing that they are technically prohibited from. Their laws still have to go through the proper channels.
Yeah, but when they do something, pretty much goes through.
Remember this, okay? Another fact. Remember this. Remember when the FAA did not have a budget because it had been cut. They did not even have a working budget to pay their employees. Now, if you're not getting paid, are you seriously going to want to enforce your job? Think about it. Think about it. And everything I'm telling you right here, right now, you can go back in time and look up. It's all facts. What I'm telling you is don't go getting your panties in a bunch. Okay? And just like Adam says, the FAA does not make law, and any law that stands against the Constitution is not a valid law. You might not like it. You might love it. Sorry, but it's the way it is. Okay? There are rules and regulations that are in place and have been in place for hundreds of years. Okay? They're there for a reason. They're there at times to protect us from some crooked ass government. They were put into effect way back when. Okay, those people back then were smart. Yeah, they understood that people get offended. Yeah, they understood that people get their panties in a bunch. But you know what? Life happens, and you can't please everybody every day. But we do have more say than a lot of other countries. Our Constitution affords us with that say, with that right, with that choice of freedom. And yeah, people have given their lives for that. And that is what protects us. So, there's a lot of smoke blowing. There's, just like typical with YouTube, a whole lot of people who want that trending video, trending video, trending video. I'm not one of them. As y'all have seen in the past 2 years, you guys have heard me say it probably a million times by now. That's not why I'm here. I'm not here to make money. I don't care. If any of my videos ever go viral, go for it. But I'm not going to make a damn dime on them. I've said it all along. It's the way I am. And it's what I stick to. Y'all know that. You can go back and watch that. Haven't made a dime from YouTube. Have had the opportunity. Have said no. Don't care. That's not why I'm here. I'm here because of y'all. And if I can help soothe some worries or some upset, then I'm the one that will sit down and read them freaking books. I like to read. It's not a thing for me. I like to do research. I will hunt through the forums. Y'all ever have an issue? Ask. I'll gladly sit back and do the research for you. I do it with this one. I've done it with several others. And guys, just to give you a heads up talking about research and forums, if you're using Power Director 16, 17, or 18 right now, there is an issue with uploading to YouTube. They are working on it. It is a Google YouTube Power Director clash. So it's an ongoing issue, but they are working on it. You can still upload back during the system. And yes, Power Director tells you to do that. So I'm not telling you anything that they haven't said do. But just remember, don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you read. Don't believe everything you hear. Okay? If you question it, do your homework. Okay? And when I say do your homework, I don't mean go to one site and read what they say and think that's the law or think that's gospel. Because a lot of these sites are people's opinions. You know? Think about it. Anybody can write any type of article. It's even been proven with journalism nowadays. You know? Fake news. Did they do any homework at all? Did they do any research at all? No. But at the same time, it was published. So do your own homework. I will say, as always, knowledge is power. Get your own knowledge. Do your research. Talk to people, but talk to many different people. Don't just talk to the same people in the same circle, because those people are a lot of times all going to agree and have the same mindset. Step outside that box and ask somebody else their opinion. You might learn something in a different way that you never thought possible, or in a way that you hadn't even thought of. So, see, Ed said I had no issues with Power Director 16. It did lock up on me the other day. Kind of pissed me off. Well, see, the issue that Chris ran into the other day, he got the video all the way done, went to produce, and then it said,
Signed into Google, it's not approved.
yeah, it's not an approved app.
Yeah.
To log into YouTube or Google or something. And I'm like, what the hell? You were just uploading. He's like, yeah, I know. But no, when I looked it up, it was an issue. So, maybe it's been fixed. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe it was a glitchy issue. But it was enough of a glitchy issue that it made its way to the forums of Cyber Director. Or of Cyber something. It's Power Director Cyber something. I don't even remember now. I still got it open though. Rusty laughs at me. He's like, Mom, why do you have all those windows open? I'm like, because it's information that I need. He's like, no, you can go back and close some of them. I'm like, kid, don't touch my iPad. Those are windows that I need open right now. He's like, God help, I don't think you actually know what all windows you do have. I said, yes, I do. I got this. Oh, okay. See, and you do what they call backdooring then. Okay?
Yeah, you have no.
Ed said, wait, what I do is edit and then export. I don't upload through Power Director itself. That's where the issue is. It's uploading it through Power Director itself. There is a glitchy issue right now. What I was saying, the backdoor is doing the edit and then you export it and then you import it into YouTube. That's working fine. But when you go to produce, if you actually click on the online tab and then go to YouTube and tell it to produce it straight through there, you will probably run into the same issue. So that's what's up with that. But like I said, they're working on it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be fixed very, very, very soon. Because last month there was a freaking script issue, and it's been approximately a month since they've gotten that one fixed, and here come this issue. So, Power Director is great, but just like any software, it can always have its bugs, issues, ticks, twitches, whatever you want to call them. You know? He said, oh, never got all fancy that way. I like to have my own hard copy of what I edited.
You do have the Power Director saves it.
Yeah, believe it or not, if you upload straight through YouTube, it still saves a copy
you still have it
to
on your computer.
the computer.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't need to keep it. Once I edit it, I'm through it, and YouTube's my storage bank at that point. That's how I look at it anyway. But I get how y'all do it. But I'm used to just clicking, going through, and doing the whole thing, and Power Director sending it through.
He got spoiled to one way.
Yeah, I did.
But if you think about it, I mean, like if something happened with the way that you normally do it and you had to do it the other way, it would be a little different, you know? So
I know how to do it that way. It just, get used to one way.
He doesn't like them extra steps.
Yeah.
Ed said, yeah, with the footy you get, Chris, not surprised. Right? I mean, this man goes out with like 6 or 7 packs and then comes back in and he's like, oh, I'm going to edit. And I'm like, have fun with that. Me personally, no, I don't like all that editing stuff, but this guy can sit back here and click, and gets that shit done a whole lot faster than what I can. He leaves and goes hang out with the guys, and if I'm trying to do a video, it's like half the afternoon. He's like, well, what'd you do today? I sat here and edited. And he's like, well, what else? And I'm like, I'm not as good at this shit as you are, so. But I'm learning. I tend to be the hardhead who has to try to, like, learn on her own. Because, unfortunately, Chris and I are like polar opposites. He learns one way and I learn another. And we'll bang heads. So we've learned that over time and we kind of like work around that. I'll watch what he does and then when I try it, if I run into complications, I tell him, look, this is what I've done so far. So what's my next step? Because that I don't know. But it's always a learning experience. Like I said, every day you're trying to learn something new, or you are learning something new and not even realizing it. So
I like learning.
I think we all like learning. Think about it. If you didn't enjoy learning, then at one point or another, none of us was stepped out of their comfort zone and even touched one of them because that was something new.
I was intimidated once before by all this. Trust me, I wanted to come over this stuff so bad. Like, nah, that stuff's hard as shit to do. Nah.
Ed said, I think that is one reason why I fly so few packs. I would be hard pressed to whittle it down to a watchable length. If people can stomach 3 minutes of my flying, we're doing good. Ed, I could stomach 3 minutes of your flying, babe. You know, I mean, if you think about it, back when I first started flying, y'all had to watch the whoop, 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 whoop. I don't know how y'all did it without breaking their necks. I'm not even gonna lie.
She still flies that way, but anyway.
I don't do the damn teabag bounce as much as I used to.
You ain't flown in a long time.
No, I haven't. But when I used to fly that one out there, I was always teabag bouncing. Rusty's like, up off the ground. Ah, come on now. I like it down low. How low can you go? Can you skim the tops of the soybeans? Oh, hell yeah. Watch this.
Okay.
See, he taught me well. I don't like the sky ride. I like to stay down low. Actually, that was one thing that was so funny when Dano I'll Be Drone was here. The quad was across the yard, and I was over on the road, the dirt road where Chris usually stands. And I did not, I'll be honest, I did not feel like walking over there and picking it up. No, ain't doing it. I was being lazy. Goggles were up on the head. Picked it up, turned it around, line of sight, that high off the ground, just brought it straight back. And he's like, how the fuck did you do that? And I'm like, that was easy. He's like, not with that type of control. And I'm like, dude, I can handle that shit. Some of this crazy shit that y'all do, no, that's insane. Low and slow, dude, I got that all day long. Flippity flappity rolly y'all juicy shit that y'all no Right, Ed? When I first started up to 300 or 200 feet. Hello up there.
I never was a skyrider. I never.
He said, well, maybe 150. Very true, very true. There are lots of shit to run into down low. Higher is safer at sometimes. Above the damn trees for sure.
It is safer until you crash and your quad's gonna tumble all the way to the ground.
See, that's the thing that I think about, okay? The higher up you are, right? And I love science. I was a science major in school. So the higher you go, one thing that goes wrong, and gravity's a bitch. Because the higher you are, you may have gone up at one speed, your ass is coming down a lot faster than you went up.
Oh, yeah.
And normally with no control at all. So, yeah, I told you, I have a fear of falling, and I think that fear kind of like extends to my quad. It's like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, yeah, gravity is a bitch. I mean, it holds my little 5'2" ass right to the ground. It's like, no, you are not growing anymore. Rip! There she is. It happens. Can't do anything about it. But at times it works out. If I was meant to be up that high, I'd have wings. I don't have wings.
Neither do I, but I'll make my own.
Yeah, your crazy ass still goes up that high. Not this sticky. I mean, because think about it, okay? If you're attempting, like I normally do, watching him, 200 feet up.
I do not know no motherfucker.
No, I'm saying that is, shut up and listen to me for 2 seconds. If he is flying and I am watching, is exactly what I said, but this one back here hears his own shit. Okay? You go 200 feet in the air, a 5-inch quad, to line of sight. Looks about like that.
Quad up there.
Okay? Literally. It looks about like that. And then he's like, oh, did you see that? Come down a little lower.
Everyone knows me at fly.
Yeah, Chris doesn't sky ride.
They know I don't go up that high, so.
He did at one point, and there's videos to prove it. He can call me a shit talker all he wants, but as long as there's the footy to back it up, what do you say then? I can't say much.
Show it. I dare you to show it. I definitely ain't no sky rider, trust me.
You're not now. When you started, things were a lot different back then.
When in doubt, I never throttle out.
I didn't say you throttled out.
Yeah.
Look, Mr. Argumentative Negative Ass. Nobody asked for a negative Nancy around.
Check your
You gonna get swatted. But see, that is the good thing. If you crash more down low, the damage is less. Not necessarily, because grass is not always forgiving. Last floor crashes, though, just scuff the props. That's a plus. And, you know, they might be plastic, but these little bitches right here are very, very durable. Because you can take and hit something, and that prop sit up like this, and then you just bend back. You know? That's durability. You don't always have to replace a prop with every pack. Y'all know that. Budget quads know that. Ed said, yeah, I see some sky riding you denying so and so. Might have been like 18 months ago, but still. It was like way back there, but I mean, think about it. When you first go outside, how high will it go? Can I bring it back? Is it a Hubson? Love you, John. But seriously.
You see me sky riding, I'm chasing
no, you're usually chasing one of them damn buzzards up there and trying to like make him do your moves. It's like, watch this. Bogey locked in. Y'all know, you've seen him. I know you have. I'm going up. Just remember. They are some evil little birds. Not always so little that I swear they have their own way of communicating. They're like seagulls. You know, you throw one french fry and there's only one seagull, or you only see one seagull, so you throw one french fry and then there's like 500 of them. It's like, where the hell did you all come from? They communicate, believe me. One way or another, they communicate. But guys, I told y'all, I will see you guys on Friday. Hopefully, fingers crossed, over on the Drone Network. It's 10:35. We're going to wind down our Wacky Wednesday. I'm hoping to be live with you guys next Wednesday. Next Thursday officially starts inventory, so I might be extremely exhausted. But I do plan on being here at least for an hour. So I hope to see you guys all next Wednesday at 8. And hopefully Friday at 7.
Night, guys.
Until then, remember, I love y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time, guys. Catch y'all later.